Hey, we have a story time of a Minecraft kid who actually thought that creepers were real and embarrasses himself in front of everyone in his class during a trip to the dinosaur museum. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Sit back, relax, leave a like on the video to claim your free nothing, and let's get right into it.
Also, do you want me to shout out your channel and gain thousands of subs? All you got to do is subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, leave a like on the video, then comment down below something like check out my channel. That's literally all you got to do to enter. I know when I was a small YouTuber, getting some exposure would have really helped me out, so I want to help you guys out. That's all.
The subscriber sent in today's story. We're going to call her Jade, and I got that name from the comment section. So if you want me to use your name, your friend's name, or really any name you want, leave it in a comment down below, and I'll do my best to try and use as many of those names as possible. Anyways, right, so this story happened to Jade when she was in second grade, and she's a bit older now, so this was a little while back. But back when Jade was in second grade, her class was doing this unit on dinosaurs and kind of dinosaurs, prehistoric era, everything like around that, fossils, all that good stuff. And they've been studying it for a while, and kind of the big thing for any second grader at that school, and it was kind of known that like for the second grade, their big thing that they would do is they would spend like about a month covering dinosaurs and the kind of the prehistoric age, and then at the end of their long kind of study, whatever, and I mean it's second grade, it's only so rigorous, but like at the end of the day, right, they spend a lot of time learning about dinosaurs, and kind of the big payoff for this big kind of month-long study is that they take a full day-long trip to a really big dinosaur museum that's somewhat near them. It's still like 45-minute bus ride away, but it's a pretty fun day, and it's kind of known for everyone in the school as like the big fun day that all the second graders have. And yeah, at this point, right, it's about a week away, and Jade's getting pretty excited because it's a pretty big deal. And I'm going to introduce another character into this story. He is the Minecraft kid. There's nothing more I need to say besides he's in Jade's class, and things get very interesting very quickly. And anyways, right, a week passes and it's finally the day. It's the big day. They all kind of like get there kind of early that morning. Their school normally starts around 8, but for that day, they're asked to get there at 7, which a lot of the parents are a little, they wake up, drive up their kids, and they're all kind of cranky because they have to get up at 7 in the morning, which is a little inhumane. I'll be real. They don't have to get up at 7 in the morning. They have to get up at like 6 to drive their kids there at 7. But all the kids, when they get there, are like kind of like all wide-eyed and excited because, hey, man, it's the big day. It's the dinosaur museum day. And so anyways, right, Jade, she goes in, and Jade has kind of a friend group of 2 other people, so it's kind of like a 3-person friend group, and they all walk onto the bus at the same time. And the thing is, right, the bus seats are by 2s, so they realize that, all right, so one of us is going to have to sit next to like the other 2. And they make it to about the middle row, and all the other seats behind them are filled, and they decide, you know what, let's just sit on this row. So the row has like 2 different sides, and the 2 of Jade's other friends take the 2 seats on the other side. So Jade is going to take the aisle seat on the other side of the bus, right? And there's a kid sitting in the window seat, and this kid happens to be, you guessed it, the Minecraft kid. Anyways, right, they sit down, and Jade's 2 friends kind of space off / go to sleep because they're still a little bit tired. As excited they are, they're kind of tired, and the thing is still like 30-45 minutes away, so they kind of go to sleep. But Jade is kind of awake, she still has enough adrenaline in her to keep her up, and she's kind of excited to go to the dinosaur museum. So she turns to the person next to her, which is the Minecraft kid, who, she doesn't know that well, but, they're friendly enough because they are in the same class. And she kind of just says something to Minecraft kid along the lines of, hey, like, are you excited? The Minecraft kid said, yeah, this is a pretty big deal. I'm really hyped. I've been thinking about it all night. I couldn't even really fall asleep that well last night. And she was like, yeah, honestly, same. This is going to be a really like exciting and fun day. And the Minecraft kid says, I'm so excited to go see, like, to try and find my favorite dinosaur of that period. And, the Jade is like, oh, that's really cool. And the Minecraft kid said, oh, before I tell you mine, what's yours? And I don't know, Jade says something, I don't know, pterodactyl or something. And then Jade's like, oh, what's your favorite Minecraft? What's your favorite Minecraft? No, we're getting to that in a second. What's your favorite dinosaur of the time period? And the Minecraft kid said, oh, I'm a big fan of the creeper. And she's like, oh, I haven't heard of that one. And the thing is, like, Jade had no idea what Minecraft was at this time, and it's only in, like, retrospective, looking back on this event, that she thought it was so funny what actually happened. But yeah, the Minecraft kid said, oh, yeah, it's like a green, it's a little small, it's, like, on all 4s. And he doesn't say the part about how it explodes, right? He decides to leave that detail out, and Jade's like, oh, that's really cool. I don't remember us having a unit on it, but I must have just, like, not paid attention. We covered a lot of material. And yeah, the Minecraft kid's like, yeah, I really hope I'll find an exhibit, and if not, I'll ask around. And so anyways, right, they eventually get there and they start like single file off the bus. So the teacher basically calls them all together and they kind of get all huddled up in a group. And the teacher says, hey guys, like, we're going to be walking around. Us teachers will be kind of walking around to make sure you guys don't get in trouble. But you more or less have free reign of whatever you want to do today. Go ahead, explore any exhibits you want to. Go try out anything. You must stay within the dinosaur museum itself. You can't leave it. Stay on the first 3 levels. If you have any problems, like, just come to the front desk, which is right over here, and points to where the front desk is on the first floor and says, and they'll be able to contact us as we've given them our numbers and the school's number. So yeah, anyways, guys, that's all we really wanted to say. Go off and have some fun. And the teacher says, oh wait, one more thing. At 12, we'll be having lunch, so please return to the first floor for that. And then afterwards, for about 30 minutes, we're going to have a guided tour. And then for the next hour after that, you're free to go about and like look at whatever sculptures like dinosaur footprints or museum, whatever you want to look at, feel free to do that afterwards. So anyways, right, Jade and her friends, they go off and they start looking around. And they're going around and they're looking at all the things that they learned and they're recognizing, and they go up and they see like real life dinosaur footprints, and then they walk around this kind of recreation of like the prehistoric era. So there's these like fake bushes and a big fake dinosaur statue, and it's actually pretty cool. And eventually they meet up with the Minecraft kid, who seems to be like frantically looking around. Okay, maybe not frantically, but is intensely kind of like pacing around trying to find something. And they kind of look at him, and Jade is like, hey, is everything okay? He's like, I can't find the creeper. Like, I can't find anything about the creeper. I've been looking for sculptures. I've been looking for any kind of information. I just can't seem to find anything. At this point, right, Jade had no idea that this was, in fact, not a dinosaur, but instead was a Minecraft character that the Minecraft kid assumed was real. And since there aren't any creepers around today, he assumed that since, spiders in Minecraft are real, skeletons are technically real, the creeper must have been real too and just, went extinct. So he was really looking forward to finding, the creeper exhibit at this dinosaur museum. And he keeps looking around, and Jade's like, hey man, like, maybe ask someone at the front desk. So eventually, right, lunch came around, and Jade and her friends, went down to the first floor, and they got all together, and the teacher said, hey, there's a lunch, you can stand in line for it, and then go sit down at the table. So they go in line, they get their lunch, and then they sit down at the table. The Minecraft kid, after like 10 minutes, he gets there kind of late, because apparently he's busy trying to find the creeper, exhibit part of the museum. And the teacher's like, Jade is too far away to audibly hear what the teacher says, but the teacher's like, hey, like, the teacher looked a little upset that the Minecraft kid was so late, and then the teacher points to the food and then points to the tables, and the Minecraft kid gets some food and then sits down at the table, and Jade's like, oh, were you successful in finding the creeper exhibit? Remember, at this point, Jade has no idea what Minecraft is. So she legitimately thinks like the creeper is some more kind of, I don't know, niche, obscure dinosaur from back in the day, and she just is like, oh, did you find the exhibit for your favorite dinosaur? Because she was able to find an exhibit with her favorite dinosaur, so she just honestly felt bad. The Minecraft kid so far has been able to say that creepers are dinosaurs to, Jade, because she doesn't know any better, but the Minecraft kid is about to ask the tour guide and be like really persistent about it in front of literally everyone, and it's pretty funny, but I don't want to interrupt the flow of the video, so I'm going to do the little comment thing now. Comment Ben. I'll heart your comment if you do it. And also, feel free to comment Ben multiple times. Like, you can go down and comment it like 5 different times. I guess there's a more decent shot I'll actually see your comment and heart it. Either way, if you don't get a heart, don't feel bad. I'm going to heart as many as I possibly can, just to say thank you guys so much for watching. And also, like, if you haven't already done so, join the Discord, link in the description. You can submit stories there and also talk to me occasionally. Anyways, right, back to the story. So lunch is over, and now it's the like mandatory 30-minute tour guide. And so the tour guide's like, all right, guys, so we're going to go around and check out all the exhibits and just like go over things. And if you guys ever have any questions, just let me know. And before he's even able to finish that sentence, bro, the Minecraft kid, his hand shoots up, and the tour guide's like, yeah, what's up? And the Minecraft kid said, when are we going to see the creeper exhibit? And everyone kind of just looks at him. And the thing is, right, while Jade didn't know what a creeper was, most of the guys and a lot of the girls in his class actually did know what a creeper was. Even if they didn't play Minecraft that much, they were at least aware. And some people started to laugh. And the Minecraft kid looks at him like, kind of like with this look of like, why are you laughing at me? Like, I simply asked the question, where's the creeper exhibit? which like as if like no one's gonna like laugh at that a little bit, but whatever, right? And the tour guide, like Jade, had no idea what a creeper was, so kind of gave him this look of like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I don't understand what you mean. And he was like, well, I'm just wondering when, because like we're seeing the pterodactyl, we're seeing dinosaur footprints, when are we gonna see the creeper exhibit? And once again, you know, the tour guide kind of just looks at him, and the Minecraft kid kind of gives him this look. He's like, oh, this museum sucks. It doesn't even have a creeper exhibit. At this point, right, the teacher's like, Minecraft kid, obviously says his name. We'll just give him a name, right? We'll just call him Minecraft kid. The teacher was like, Minecraft kid, don't say that. And for some reason, right, the Minecraft kid must have been super excited to see the creeper exhibit at the dinosaur museum and was just really upset and disappointed that they didn't have one, that he kind of went on this tirade and he kind of stuck with it. And he was like, well, what do you mean stop? I mean, this is a museum, right? This is supposed to be the biggest, the greatest dinosaur museum of all time, and they don't even have a creeper exhibit. This place sucks. And at this point, it's like super, super awkward because the tour guide's just kind of standing there like, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. Everyone in the class is kind of looking at him like he's crazy because they know what a creeper is, bro. They know what a creeper is, and they also don't, you know what else they know? They know that a creeper isn't real. The Minecraft kid looks at the tour guide straight on and is like, how could you work at such a fraudulent facility? This place is disgraceful. I bet the dinosaurs would be ashamed if they knew that you were doing this, which is just kind of funny, but hey man, it's a second grader. They're bound to say stuff like that. And at this point, right, the teacher's like super embarrassed, and the teacher goes up and like looks at the Minecraft kid and is like, stop, I don't know what you're doing, but stop it. And, you know, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about this. And at this point, right, another kid in the class speaks up, and he looks directly at the Minecraft kid, and he's like, dude, what are you talking about? You know that creepers are fictional, right? And the Minecraft kid's like, does fictional mean, like, prehistoric era only? And then the kid's like, no, dude, fictional means fake. Like, they're not real. And the Minecraft kid's like, That's ridiculous, man. Spiders are real. Skeletons are real. Why wouldn't creepers be real? They're probably just extinct. You don't know what you're talking about. And at this point, right, the teacher looks at the other kid and is like, well, what do you mean fake? Is it from a video game? It looks at the Minecraft kid and is like, are you making a scene about a video game? At this point, right, Jade is starting to put two and two together that no, creepers are not actually real, as everyone has no idea what they are. And in fact, probably from a video game, and yes, they are. At this point, right, the Minecraft kid is starting to realize that his logic of, if I don't see them now, they must be prehistoric and extinct, maybe doesn't hold up, because he's like, oh yeah, the Ender Dragon probably isn't real, and the Wither probably isn't real. And he's like, uh-oh. And he just realizes, right, that he just made a huge scene, called the tour guide like a fraud and a phony just because his museum didn't have a creeper exhibit. And the Minecraft kid looks right up at the teacher, who's just eyeing him like, dude, you've kind of messed this up. You've embarrassed us all. And all of a sudden, right, the Minecraft kid feels this like hand on the collar of his shirt, and he looks up, and the teacher has grabbed his shirt and starts pulling him away. And Jade is watching the whole thing happen, and the Minecraft kid basically gets pulled away from making a scene, and the tour guide is like, all right, well, let's continue on. So our first exhibit, ... whatever goes on to explain it. And essentially, right, the Minecraft kid got told that he's got to sit down because of like the big scene he made, and that he's not grounded. I don't know what to say. He's not like in suspension or anything, but he basically has to sit there at lunch for the rest of the duration of the field trip because he made a scene over Minecraft creepers not being in a dinosaur museum, which is, if you're going to make a scene, man, at least have it be something real. And for like the rest of that school year, you know, whenever the teacher would be like, all right, now we're going to learn about whatever, and she'd be like, any questions? Some like kid in the class would always raise their hand and be like, yo, when are we going to learn about the creepers? And then everyone would like start laughing. So unfortunately, right, the Minecraft kid kind of became the laughing stock for the rest of second grade, but he learned a pretty valuable lesson, and that is creepers are not real. How's it going, everyone? Today we got a story time of a Minecraft kid who tries to summon a creeper from Minecraft with some kind of crazy ritual. This story is absolutely ridiculous. I know you'll enjoy it, so sit back, relax. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Leave a like on the video to claim your free nothing. And with that all being said, let's just jump right into it. So the subscriber is telling me of this guy who we're going to call Timmy. Anyways, yeah, there's a kid back in middle school and his name was Timmy. He was known for having an obsession with Minecraft. I mean, it was borderline unhealthy. Timmy would also just do a lot of kind of just like cringe things. For example, he would, he asked a girl on Valentine's Day if she wanted to be his Minecraft girlfriend. Which, I mean, I've done worse cringe things when it comes to girls, and I'm sure you can find those stories on the channel. And if we hit 700,000 subs before the end of the month, which isn't that hard, I will tell the worst one ever if we hit 700,000 by the end of the month. Anyways, though, sure enough, right, out of all those times, out of all the cringy things Timmy has done, probably or undoubtedly the most insane one was the time back in middle school that the subscriber was telling me about when he tried to summon a creeper using like rituals and stuff in real life. So let me set the scene. So there have been rumors that were starting to circulate. One day the subscriber was in school and there are some rumors that he was hearing about. His friend comes up to him and says, "Dude, do you hear about Timmy?" And when you hear that, you're probably not thinking, oh, did he figure out how to summon a creeper in real life? You don't assume that, right? That's not the thing you assume. However, you probably assume it's like, oh, like something bad happened, or I don't even know. So anyways, the subscriber's like, yeah, what's up? And he said, oh, did you know that Timmy has found out some like kind of like, I don't know if this is true or not. Spoiler, it wasn't. I don't know if it's true or not, but everyone's saying that, you know, Timmy's like drawn up plans for a quote unquote creeper summoning ritual. Apparently he had found some like obscure Minecraft, like some kind of ritual on some like really obscure Minecraft forum. And on this forum, they said, like, it was, like, on, like, the 100th page, right? It's like going to the second page of Google, like, this craziest things ever you'll find on there. But apparently, like, Timmy had been digging on the forums, and he went, like, 100 pages down, and he found some really obscure article or not article, but, like, post that was written by someone. And it had, like, no views, and it had, like, no comments, but it was, like, a very detailed, like, how to, like, summon a creeper in real life ritual. So, obviously, this is a pretty creepy story that circulated around school, and while very clearly not true, I think the kids at the school just genuinely wanted this to be real. Okay, so the subscriber obviously knew that this wasn't true. And the person telling the subscriber also knew that, you know, okay, we can't summon a creeper. But they were also middle school, so a little part of them was like, well, maybe, what if, you know what I mean? And so anyways, the rumor continued to spread, and by the end of the day, every single kid knew about Timmy's plans to summon this creeper. Every single kid. And so anyways, there was a group of kids. I don't want to call them like the bullies. That's not necessarily true. They were a little mean-spirited, but they weren't necessarily going as far as I would call them bullies, right? But these kids thought it'd be pretty funny to encourage Timmy to actually try out the creeper ritual. So, you know, this group of kids goes over, and the subscriber will sometimes hang out with this group of kids. They're fine, like, they're not bullies, right? They're a little mean-spirited sometimes. And the subscriber happened to be with them when they go over to Timmy, and they're like, hey, man, like, we heard that you found, like, a creeper summoning ritual. And Timmy's like, yeah, I did. Like, how'd you guys hear? The kids are like, oh, it's just like, it's this word on the block. And, you know, we're really excited. We would love to help you in any way. And the Minecraft kid's like, well, you know, it's a really complex process and it's really hard. And there's just like a lot of things I need. And the kids are like, dude, we'll do anything. Okay. So these kids' intention, they were not thinking, oh, okay, well, this creeper, like, oh, let's actually summon a creeper. No, they just thought it'd be funny to see Timmy, like, run around and, like, cast spells and end up doing nothing and kind of embarrassing himself. The subscriber wasn't as big of a fan to, like, basically lead Timmy on or, like, lead him on to believe that they were behind him when, in fact, they weren't going to be, like, they were just going to be laughing at him at the end of the day. But also the subscriber kind of wanted to see the, you know, the ritual in action. So he's like, okay, we'll go along with it. So anyways, Timmy said, okay, guys, here's what I'll need. And this is what the forum said. So the forum said they need a circle of redstone dust. They need a creeper head and 3 buckets of water. So, 3 buckets of water, they'll just get water bottles or something. The creeper head and the redstone dust was when the group of kids were like, anyways, though, so the subscriber said, hey, me and Ben will go to the, the craft store and we'll find, quote-unquote, redstone dust. They're not going to find actually redstone dust, but they'll find something close. Another kid said, hey, I'm going to look on Amazon for like creeper heads, and I'll look one up. And then, Drew, you go in and make sure to bring a bunch of water from home. So anyways, the subscriber and his friend went off over to some like craft store or whatever, and they went in and they found like, I don't know, some kind of red dust type. I think it was like red sparkles or whatever. So I know there's going to be one kid in the comment section being like, well, maybe if they had actual redstone dust, then they would be able to summon a creeper. Okay, how are they going to get an actual creeper head when creepers don't exist? Gotcha. Anyways, though, so sure enough, they go to the craft store. They go and they buy the red, I don't know what you could call it. I guess you could call it like the red sparkle stuff, but it's like very finely grained. So it almost seemed like redstone dust, right? Some kid ordered on on Amazon like a creeper head, and a couple days later it got there. And the other kid brought like an entire box of like water bottles from his house, which is probably the equivalent of 3 buckets of water. So now they're at a point where they had all the ingredients necessary. They had all the ingredients necessary to perform the ritual. Finally, the big day arrived. And word spread pretty quickly about the ritual in the first place. So word spread pretty quickly as well that a group of kids had come together and actually had gone out and gotten all the necessary material. And therefore, at recess today, Jimmy was going to be summoning a creeper. So a lot of kids went just to see because it was something to see. Like they didn't actually think that they were going to be able to see a creeper. But there were a few kids who were like, all right, time to go see a creeper. I got to keep my distance though, because if I get too close, it's going to ignite. So yeah, the day had arrived, and Timmy and his friends had actually managed to gather all the necessary materials, and everyone was out there. Like by the time recess came around, Timmy and his friends had all like brought the individual parts they needed. For example, the creeper head had shipped from Amazon. It was like some creeper toy that he just cut so is the head, right? They had the quote-unquote redstone dust, which wasn't really redstone dust, but whatever, and then also a big thing of water. So the Minecraft kid shows up, and he's like, oh, wow, you actually got all the parts. Let me inspect them. And the Minecraft kid looks at all the parts. And at this point, the subscriber is probably thinking, oh, like, this kid is definitely going to, like, reject it because of, oh, he's going to see the redstone dust isn't actually, like, legit or what. I don't even know, right? Or the creeper head isn't real, even though that's impossible. But the Minecraft kid looks at all this and says, yep, this is exactly what we need. We will proceed with the ritual. So anyways, everyone walked out, and there's already a massive circle of kids waiting. Like, kids were just, like, waiting for this. It was like it was a freaking Justin Bieber concert in 2013. The line was out the door. So the Minecraft kid was meticulous with the whole process, right? Everyone was watching with a bit of, like, anticipation, but also a lot of amusement, just thinking the whole thing was pretty funny, as Timmy carefully laid out the circle of redstone dust. So he basically took the sparkle dust, whatever, made a circle, and then he, like, took out a ruler because he said the creeper head has to be exactly in the center or the ritual isn't going to work. And he goes, like, he's, like, measuring the circle or whatever. Some kids are, like, trying to hold back their laughter. Some kids are, like, very nervously watching because they're like, okay, guys, on the 5% chance that a creeper does appear, what are we going to do? Are we going to run away? Or are we going to try and, like, are we going to try and take it out? Like, what are we going to do, guys? Anyways, though, so eventually Timmy is satisfied with the positioning of the creeper head, and then he arranges the quote-unquote buckets of water at equal intervals around the circle. He basically just puts a bunch of water, kind of like, water bottles. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot the word bottle. Nice. Yeah, he basically puts a bunch of water bottles in a circle. So once everything was in place, he stood back, and he motioned to everyone to, like, quiet down. So everyone kind of, like, quiets down a little bit. They're all just very interested in what he's about to do. And he goes back, takes a deep breath, and then begins to, like, chant. He just chants a bunch of gibberish. Like, he literally is just saying random stuff. Bro is actually reading the enchantment books from Minecraft. Like, what is he even saying right now? So at this point, it was even harder for the kids to hold back their laughter, but all of them tried to because they wanted to see him finish they wanted to see him, like, finish the ritual because they would get the most amusement out of it, and they didn't want to, like, end it prematurely. So they're all really trying to hold back their laughter as, like, Timmy's just, like, the Minecraft kid, Timmy's just, like, trying to, like, basically speaking enchantment table to this, like, just to the crowd, saying a bunch of random stuff. And here's the thing. So everyone was kind of, like, at this point was very convinced that it was going to be kind of like a harmless flop in a sense. Like it was going to be absolutely nothing. However, this is where things get really interesting. People start to notice that the redstone started to glow. The redstone dust started to glow. And at this point, the subscriber is like, hey, yo, wait a minute. I just went to Michael's craft store and got like some red dust. Huh? Like what? And so at this point, everyone shut up. Everyone who was like kind of laughing or giggling or whatever, basically making fun of him, has just completely silenced themselves because all of a sudden, something's actually happening. So Timmy's chanting grew louder and louder, and the circle of the redstone dust burned brighter, which is ridiculous. It's not redstone dust, by the way. It's just Michael's arts and crafts. So at this point, the subscriber is actually beginning to freak out because he knows that the whole thing is a bust. He also knows that there's no way it could be true. There's no way it could be true. But then why is it doing this? So yeah, suddenly there was a loud bang, a loud pop, and then all this smoke filled the air. So at this point, most of the kids actually ran out of there because they were scared an actual creeper was going to appear. Real quick, comment creeper down below. That'll be the secret word of the day, and it'll let me know how many people made it this far into the video. And if you use Spotify and you don't already listen to these podcasts on Spotify, first link in description and link in the pinned comment. And finally, going into the summer, we have the binge watch challenge. Basically, comment down below how many videos you watched in a row, how many videos today, how many videos this week, and I'll try and heart a bunch of those. And also, here are some people on screen right now. Thank you to these people, and thank you to you for watching, and let's get back to the story. So yeah, a ton of kids actually cleared out of there. Like a lot of kids like ran away screaming, thinking a creeper was going to be summoned. Other kids were just standing there mesmerized as smoke started to fill the air after the big crackling noise. And Timmy, the Minecraft kid, was like chanting was chanting louder and louder and louder. Okay, so this is basically what happened. Timmy, when no one else was really paying attention, mixed some firework powder into the quote-unquote redstone dust. So when he went down there, he actually had a little, when he did part of the ritual, he went down there with like a lighter when no one noticed. They thought that he was just doing some like ritual stuff and actually set that thing on fire. So then it looked like he was just like saying Minecraft enchantment table type language, and the thing just started to explode on its own. So anyways, right, every kid there who was witnessing this quote-unquote ritual was absolutely stunned. Like their amusement at Timmy basically being the butt of the joke was turned very quickly to just being in complete awe. So as the green firework powder like fizzled out, Timmy stood there, grinning from ear to ear. So yeah, maybe he didn't summon a real creeper, but he definitely pulled a pretty impressive trick. And here's the thing, from that day on, Timmy's reputation at the school absolutely changed. He was kind of seen as a little bit of a nerd, a little bit cringy before, but now he was just seen as like the modern day magician. He was just seen as like the coolest kid ever, at least in middle school, right? Yeah, so Timmy became like a legend around the school. And even like the group of kids that the subscriber was in who like initially like egged him on to like mock him were impressed by his stunts. Most people didn't actually, okay, so this is middle school, so actually a good deal of kids thought he actually was summoning the creeper, and they were like, oh my god, if we're not careful, he's gonna summon Herobrine, right? But a lot of the other kids just realized it was a really cool stunt, right? So fortunately for Timmy, one of the kids had actually had a phone on him and was like recording the whole thing. So initially the idea of recording it was to like make fun of him later, but it just turned out to like show the really cool trick. And so the video spread pretty quickly. And Timmy's like fame or what, because like a lot of kids were there for the ritual, but now every kid knew about this stunt he pulled off. So yeah, Timmy was still a little strange. He was still a little bit cringe, right? A little bit of the Minecraft kid was still in him forever. But his peers began to kind of like appreciate like how creative and dedicated he was. Like that was actually kind of sick. And so Timmy never made the mistake of trying to pull the same trick twice. He never attempted to do that again. And he kind of left that be his legacy. And yeah, still to this day, Timmy is known as the kid who actually summoned a creeper in real life. If you made this far into the video, support the channel by clicking on one of the videos on screen right now. If you're listening on Spotify, listen to another podcast, and peace.